Welcome to Tea with Lilybird. Well, I have moved into my new place and I'm absolutely loving it. Moving day was pretty intense. And there were a couple of moments that I just didn't want to move or do anything more. But fortunately, I had my sister with me and she just kept nudging me along, encouraging me to keep going, and really helped me to create some spaces that are not filled with boxes that Millie and I can just live in and enjoy. So we ended up setting up this living space with the couch and the carpet and the ottoman. We also set up the bedroom, so made the bed and cleared as much space as we could in that room. So the next thing to do is to fully unpack. I just want to get everything out of boxes and get the boxes out of the apartment, and that will be enough for me to achieve. It's a couple of days later, and as you can see, there are less boxes in the lounge area. My sister very generously came over on the weekend and helped me to empty a few more. We also went shopping for some bits and pieces for the apartment, some of which I'll share later in this video. But I do need to clear the rest of these boxes today because I have an online client tomorrow. Not only do I need a working space, but I may need to play the piano during the session. The emotion that I have experienced the most since I moved in has been overwhelm. What amazes me is the amount of stuff I still have after 10 months of very thorough decluttering. I have been completely overcome by the number of items that I don't have a place for or I don't know what to do with. I've realized that it's going to take some time to adjust to living in a smaller space and to identify the essential items that I really do need to hang on to and the ones that I can let go, and to be able to organize them in such a way that I can access them easily on a daily basis. And since this is no small task, I'm going to have to exercise patience and some self-compassion. I've lived with twice as much space for a very long time, and I've had that spare room to rely on that I can use to put things in that I haven't decided whether I'm keeping or not, or I just don't know where to put them yet. In this apartment, there aren't that many storage areas or places to hide things, and my storage cage is already full to the max, so I can't put anything more in there. And that's forcing me to look at my things in a new light. But since that's not a problem that I can completely resolve today, what I am going to do is flatten these boxes and return them to the place that I bought them. I'll get a small refund and they'll be recycled and used by other people moving house. The other space that got set up was the balcony. Now I can't claim any credit for that. The whole move took around 8 hours. Ali and I were completely exhausted, but she insisted on creating these really nice zones of organization. Basically, she said, you've got to go and get Millie and bring her back. If she sees all the chaos, it's going to stress her out. And she was totally right. So having the couch set up and the bed, all of that meant that really half of the house was calm and beautiful and lovely. As soon as she saw the bed, she jumped up on it and she settled right down. And we ended up sleeping okay that night. Coming into this move, I was mindful of the fact that she's a 16-year-old cat who has already endured a lot of moves in her life. And I really wanted to make it as comfortable as possible for her. She is doing so great, and she absolutely loves the balcony. Ali took the initiative and organized it and styled it so that we wouldn't be looking out onto chaos, so that Millie and I could enjoy sitting out there. And Millie is absolutely loving the sunshine, and I am keeping a careful eye on her but because it's all glass, she can see the full view from the safety of the ground and doesn't seem that interested in jumping up. I've been settling in myself as well and just doing pretty well. I've had a couple of nights where I didn't sleep that well, but that was mainly because my diet is just completely messed up with this move, and I've been eating junk food and sugar and things that don't make me feel very good. So that sort of kept me up a little bit. But the nights that I did sleep, I really relaxed and rested. And I've just been enjoying the beauty of this place. And this morning it was amazing because I heard this huge sound. It was like a roar. I was wondering, is this a plane? But it didn't quite sound like a plane. I walked out onto the balcony and it was all the hot air balloons. They have these hot air balloon rides that you can do for the tourists and for special occasions. The sounds that I was hearing were the burns that they were doing to maneuver the balloons. So that was a beautiful surprise. I will eventually redecorate the balcony, probably get some new chairs, and sort out the plants. Many of the plants that are out here at the moment are indoor plants that I don't quite have space for inside until I've done more unpacking. That they do need to be brought in on cooler nights, but it's just so lovely to have at least some kind of setup for now that Millie and I can enjoy. This is my cupboard fresh after moving in. My sister just put a few things in here that she knew I would need. And also I wanted to keep my bed linen in here until I decide where it's gonna go. It might end up going under the bed in a storage container or something like that. But I've got all this new stuff that I've taken out of boxes today, and I wanna find room for it in here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll start with taking the things out of the bottom shelf and see if I can get some of these items that are just hanging around out here into this cupboard and out of sight.
Come closer, dance for me. Easy, tiger, easy, let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide. Come closer so that we can be together. Everything that has been don't matter no more. We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. We've earned it. Your eyelids and perfect lips got me rushing, panting. I'm so lit. Like lilies you open, the fragrance goes to my head, my darling. I get everything that has been don't matter no more. We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. We've earned it.
This is another area that I'm going to be using as temporary storage. I might put some things like tea towels in here. Basically, just anything that I don't have any space for anywhere else in the house. And yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get things out of the way for now. I could revisit this once I have my storage unit built here.
All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. Everything that has been don't matter no more. We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. We've earned it.
And the Dyson, while it's charging, can sit here. It's not plugged in at the moment, but just leave the power cord here. So this is how my cupboard turned out. I've got quite a bit jammed into here, but as I said, it's just a temporary setup until I can get all my storage sorted. On the left side, I've got medical stuff like my first aid kit and some supplements, more backup supplies, nail varnishing kit, and my camera bag and some electronics. Down the bottom, I've got a stack of towels, some spare linen. There'll be more linen coming. My sister's actually washing my spare pink linen set. The shoe polishing gear. And at the back, I've got my hand towels and some washcloths. And then I've got some laundry supplies at the top there, my fire blanket, and householdy kind of things like hooks and belt pads for the bottom of furniture. So yeah, that's how it's looking for now. I think it will get me through. Unfortunately, I didn't get time to put all the kitchen items away that I took out, so I've got a few items here. I'll probably just do a little tidy up, but it's not going to take much to put those things away. I don't know where they're going to go yet. Well, I've got a lot done today, that's for sure, but it's getting quite late. I need to cook some dinner, and I just need to wind down because I'm working tomorrow. The great thing is that I cleared the space so I can use the piano, which I'll use for my online client. And yeah, it's just nice to create more space in the apartment with those boxes not here. I'm pleased about the cupboard. I think that's looking really good, and the storage boxes as well. And I'm sure I'll be shuffling things around a lot. But for now, I think it's time to finish for the night. So I'll just do a quick tidy up of the space. Everything that I haven't dealt with is going to go in a basket or a box to be dealt with another time. With dinner done, I can't resist unpacking my new toaster. I got one that matches with my kettle that I bought some months ago. My old blue toaster really needed to be replaced, and I'm hoping this style will suit my new kitchen a lot better. There's a gluten-free option on it. It can toast 6 different types of bread: white, grain, brown, rye, sourdough, crumpet, and fruit. Select the gluten-free option to perfectly toast gluten-free bread. Hoping it's the white, that's what I ordered. Yes, it is. It's the white. So the only thing I had to compromise on with this was the stainless steel sides, which I didn't love because of the maintenance, but it is the matching toaster to go with the kettle, so I think I'll just have to put up with that. I don't know if you can see how discolored it is and damaged inside here. And as I mentioned in a previous video, it's not a very good toaster. So it's just time to change it over to something new. There's the emptying tray. Very simple. So, select the level of toasting by selecting. Okay, so maybe you have to put this down. Ah, I see. Put that down first. And then bread. Okay. So now I do that. And then this is my level. So that's level 1. I'm going to put it to It's level 9, so let's put it to level 6 and see how that goes. Right, so it needs a little bit more than a 6 from frozen. So I'll pop it down again, and this time I'll set it to a 5 or maybe a 4. I did eventually get it toasted enough to be nice to eat, but I can see that this toaster is going to take a little while to get used to. Delicious. After living in the apartment for a couple of weeks, I'm in desperate need of sorting out my bathroom storage. The bathroom is absolutely beautiful, but there is very little shelf space in the overhead cabinet, and I need to have a portable unit that I can put in there until I decide what I want to do in the long term. I had been looking online for a white set of drawers that would fit into my bathroom, both in terms of the space and the look and feel. My sister was out at the shops on the weekend, and she happened across this particular unit from Howard Storage, and it looked absolutely perfect. So we went later that day and I bought it, and now I want to put it together. After looking at all the pieces that this thing came in and the instructions, I realized that this was going to take quite a long time. The first thing I had to do was take an inventory of the pieces to make sure they were all there and ready to go. I didn't want to commit to building this thing and find out part of the way through that I was missing a screw or some other piece. I think I've got all of the pieces that I need to put this together, but whoa, I hope I'm able to do this okay. With the frame built and ready to go, it was time to tackle the drawers. Unfortunately, the drawers were flat packed into separate panels, so they were going to have to be built almost completely from scratch, and then the handles attached at the end. There are 5 drawers to assemble, and I know this is going to take a long time, but I've started and I'm committed to see this thing through now. I'm feeling pretty desperate for some decent storage in the bathroom, so hopefully that motivation is going to keep me going right through to the end. The hardest part is actually figuring out how to put together the first drawer, and once I've done one, I just need to repeat the process. But before I finished the first one, I was seriously regretting not borrowing a drill from someone, because that would have made this job a lot easier and go faster. With all the drawers now built, it was time to add the wheels to the bottom of the cabinet before it's fully assembled. The wheels will come in handy if I need to move the drawers around the bathroom. With the wheels attached, I have the satisfying final job of adding each of the drawers. I haven't been this proud of something that I put together on my own for a long time. It was quite a lot of hard work, but it turned out better than I could have expected. My final task of the day is to make space in the bathroom for the new drawers and to fill them with everything that I'm going to be using on a daily basis. I nearly forgot that I bought this stick-on hand towel rack, so I'm going to quickly install that as well. The wheels need a final adjustment to make the unit stable, but I'm delighted with how it's turned out. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how I've been setting up my new home, and I look forward to giving you many more updates on the progress that I make with this place. If you enjoyed this video, you'd be helping me out a lot if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.